Hello everyone and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This colony spiral towards doom. We desperately need biofuel and we need to be able to make biofuel with these things. They need fertilization with brine ice. By the way, I'm out of breath because I had to run up and down stairs a lot. So anyways, I don't know what's going on with our alarms. They've just been going off, or smoke detectors. They are like going off for no good reason. Like, I don't know. Anyway, one of them specifically is going off for no reason, and the rest just join in because that's the way the system is set up. So I've slowly been disabling them one at a time to see which one's actually causing it, and I think I finally have it because this one was going off by. Anyways, I'm not in danger. It's not gas. We have a whole thing. It's just our system being stupid. But boy, is it terrorizing me and my poor dog. My poor little Mochi, she's a golden retriever. She's sensitive. They don't like loud noises. They have certain expectations for calm and peace. Anyways, brine water. How do we make that? Refinement, maybe? No. Medicine? No. Stations, maybe? How do we make this? I think we need this for the next level of science. Holy crap, that thing is big. I did not plan for something that big, honestly. Anyways, I just need ice maker. Can it make brine? Brine ice? No, it's water and ice or snow. How do I make brine ice, honestly? Is there an entry for that? Um, brine ice? Good lord, I've never actually looked into this before. That's a lot of information. Somehow I've just never touched this. Elements. Solid, I guess? Brine ice? Brine ice. How do I make brine ice? What makes brine ice? Apparently a Rex can make brine ice. Interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just want a machine to do it, please. Can I do this with a machine, perhaps? Instead of creatures? I'd really like to not use creatures. Not a machine that does this? I can feed a lot of things to this Rex, though. Um, what generates it, though? Tell me what generates it? Reuse and desalination. Brine ice is a natural, highly concentrated solution of salt dissolved in water and frozen into a solid state. Yeah, I understand that. So brine ice plus heat equals brine. Brine plus cold equals brine ice. How to make brine ice? I'm just gonna look this up to make sure I understand this. Oxygen not included. Make brine ice. Ultimately, you have to freeze brine to get brine ice. The Rex poops brine ice, and that, sure, okay, but what's the best way to make a brine ice? So, anyways, there's a lot of really weird stuff here about a Rex ranch, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that for this colony. Because I don't really have enough to feed the Rex, honestly. Like, we kind of flopped on the critter making. The Rex seems to be the best one. Place a sweeper down there to auto pick up once. Yeah, sure, that's an option. I don't understand any of this crap. I think this colony's just doomed. The average person who plays this game is, like, completely crazy. Not in a bad way, but no, like, wow, that's, a little beyond most people, I think. It's not no so much as beyond most people, it's just difficult and you kind of have to figure it out. So when we break brine ice, it's going to, like, turn into salt water, I guess. And I thought it was optional. Oh, it's only if it's domesticated that it needs it. That's what's happening here. I guess I could just pump water up here and freeze it, because I mean, like, this is a cold area, right? Temperature. Yeah, it should. Well, it's not like. Yeah, that's like ice should like brine should be freezing right here, right? Because it's 2.6 F, which is very very cold. Freezing point. Ooh, it's actually way colder than. Okay. So we're gonna need to get the Wheezewort up. What does Wheezewort actually take? What does Wheezewort take? I know I harvested a few of them. Where are they? Oh, hey, I got pincha plants. I think that was also an option. Are they easier? This plant produces pincha pepper nut spices. Has a max radiation. Temperatures gotta be hot though. Air pressure is barely specific. It requires phosphorite, which we do technically have, and polluted water. Interesting. Why does everything that makes fuel go upside down? Where did our Wheezewort go? So we do have a Wheezewort. What does it need? Supply of gas and temperatures. No, wait, it actually just requires a supply of gas and cold temperatures. But it should produce the cold temperature, right? So, like, if we just have, like, a freeze room down here, like, we should be able to just freeze all of this stuff, and then we can just pump ice in somehow. I don't know. It seems to make sense in my head. Let's just try it out as a, let's just try it out. Farm tile. Just put it right here, because I think they're only 2 tall, right? So all of this is now, like, priority 9. The time to have learned all this stuff was, like, 30, 40 cycles ago, but, like, that ship sailed, obviously. Oh, also, I think this was off camera, but, Ari's on a special schedule to bring his stress down because, he was going crazy. They're all going crazy in their own weird way, I guess, but whatever. Alright, speed through the night. I don't care. Also, we would like to get some people actually living over here, I guess. Because, like, we want the farmers and whoever's going to be doing stuff up here to live over here, I guess. It's kind of a long way. Also, for the love of God, can we please just get this place mopped up? It's just getting so annoying that everything is constantly... It just happens constantly. Oh, hey, the water finally drained out of here, so this doesn't need to be open. Yeah. We are basically out of power. I expect everyone to be dead within 30 minutes to an hour. Plenty of food, though. That's nice, right? Yeah, cry your eyes out. I don't care. These ones are growing, though. Alrighty. Can we get the Wheezewort here? Immediately? Don't run away, just get it done. Apparently we lack the skills for this. Does anyone have a new skill point? Is the skill? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, that's probably a ways off, actually. Then we want the Wheezewort here, and we're going to make that, like, your biggest worry. If this is now a tier 9, get it done. How's the temperature going over here, actually? Because we kind of want this to be like a refrigerator. Alrighty. Freeze this crap. Freeze it all. You'll call us Mr. Freeze by the time we're done. What do you need? Fertilizer. A lot. A lot of fertilizer, actually. It's tier 9, so someone should be bringing it. I'm pretty sure we have phosphorus in our system, but let me check real quick. Phosphorus. Yeah, we have phosphorus in our system, so that should eventually be a problem, but not right now. I know I have lure seeds, I just don't care about them. They're new. Sand's not really an issue, I guess I don't care about that. Algae's definitely not an issue, honestly. When it really comes down to it, I guess like we could have just kept using algae instead of setting this up, and then we would have used less power, so we would have not run out of peat. And it's a whole like cycle of doom, I guess. Anyways, I see bleach happening. Why is bleach happening here? Bleach stone. Sweep up the bleach stone, please. Look, eventually this place is gonna be so full of chlorine, everyone's just gonna die, right? That's gotta happen eventually. And of course, we need this mopped up with some level of... Just get it mopped up. It's a shame that these tiles are apparently ugly, because if they weren't, they would definitely be worth putting everywhere. I guess that's why they made them ugly. Attribute increase, that's cool, I guess. I don't care, though. Why isn't this stuff getting repaired? Put it on an 8 for repair. So we don't want stuff just breaking, right? Yeah, look at this. This is broken. Why has no one fixed this? Tier 9, please. Oh my god, look at all this stuff being broken. Why are you guys fixing this? 9, 9. We're just gonna put like tier 9 on repairing everything. Because that is technically the best way for us to get the, without flooding our base, that is, it's the best way for us to get that crap up out of our systems. The salt water we accidentally sucked up. I gotta say, Prehistoric is like 20 times harder than the base game. I don't know when that happened or why it happened, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. I guess we're gonna have to deconstruct this. Yeah, deconstruct that, because we're gonna have to have like a way to fertilize everything, so like it'll be, yeah, like this, I guess. Well, Wheezewort is chilling things. Is it chilling things enough? Temperature overlay. Yeah, look at this. It's making it much colder here, I think. But we need to, like, insulate this, I guess. Yeah. I don't know exactly where we're gonna stop insulating it, but yeah. I don't know. And then we might have another door down here or something, eventually. If I want to freeze all this into ice, but it has to be very, very chilly here. What kind of gases can this thing use? Anything, it seems like. Alright, so brine ice. We do have brine ice somewhere. How much brine ice do we have? We have an okay amount of brine ice, so that's eventually... We're gonna want to eventually make more, but like... This thing should be handling that for us. Like, we'll eventually just be able to pump some water into here, and it'll turn it... Well, salt water, that is, into here. And it'll turn it into something, right? Where was the temperature? Yeah, it's slowly getting colder in here, right? Yeah. We just need to, like, cut this part off because it's actually pretty hot right here for some reason. Yeah. Anyways. Alrighty. So we're gonna have 2 levels of this, I guess. And they'll walk on the top level. Get rid of this, deconstruct, deconstruct. Why hasn't this been deconstructed yet, actually? Deconstruct this. I'm sure someone more clever than me can come up with a better way to do this, but whatever. It works. Yeah. Alright, all this is also like priority 9. We need to get this stuff done immediately. There we go. Priority 9. Everything here is priority 9. Everyone needs to be in here doing stuff. I guess eventually this is going to become like our dump of, we'll be like dumping as much salt water into here as possible. And we do have salt water somewhere down here. Yeah, because we've been sucking the salt water out. Let's see. Plumbing, liquid pipes, and then we're gonna need a bridge here. Which one's in? We want white to green. No, we want, yeah, white. There we go. That should be fine. And then we're gonna take you up here, I guess, and then just take you around. Holy shit, this is gonna go up a long ways. And through here, and this is just gonna turn into an absolute nightmare, I'm sure, but it's what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, we need a liquid vent here, because we don't want it to, like, flood or anything. For now, we'll just do a scaffolding style thing here and just get this done. Priority 9. All this stuff needs to be priority 9. I said 9. This game's beating my will to live. Yep. And we're gonna have to have, like, the most ridiculous, like, set of circumstances here. Anyways, you guys can just do this, I guess. And then from here, it's just going to be, like, here, I guess. That's getting risky, but it is what it is. Then we can just take this straight up. And then they'll be able to handle this from here. And then they'll need to jump, but they'll be fine. And that'll be how they get this stuff done, I guess. We'll just dig all this out at some point, but this isn't like priority. Oh man, we have so many of these guys. We should have probably been trying to trap them in better, but I've just not been paying too much attention, if I'm being honest. What's the temperature over here? I want temperature. It's fine over here. Like, 95 is honestly a little hot for my taste, but whatever. Oh my gosh. Who is going to live over here? I don't know. Someone will. Hopefully this brine will freeze soon. Like, we might need another one of these, actually. I don't know what the, how many brines we're going, Wheezeworts we're gonna need to actually start freezing the brine. Let's see how the temperature's actually going. Like, is it spreading? I think the problem is the temperature's coming in from over here, and we need to, like, gets us insulated, so it becomes our, like, little nightmare fortress. I'm probably gonna have to redo a lot of this eventually, but, like, for now it's fine. We just, oh my god, I pressed 9, 9, 9, 9. 9! Yeah, you've all seen the movie. Alright, we can get 2 more of these up and running. Not really sure how much biodiesel these things actually require. Oh, actually we should wait until, or how much biodiesel each of these things can produce. It's probably not a lot if we're being honest. I'm just getting alerts constantly and I don't like that. Honestly, like, I'm kind of considering just abandoning this nightmare here and just letting it be. Oh, a pufflet. What does this thing do again? There's something these guys do. Nothing important on my... Let's print the pufflet. I think it does something. Let me real quick check. What do you guys excrete? Diet. Polluted oxygen excretes slime. And then we can make slime into something else. Yeah, we can, like, make an algae distiller and then create algae out of slime, I guess. That's not really useful. We can grow dust caps. We can feed it to sage hatches. We can feed it to these shell things. In retrospect, this wasn't as useful as I thought. What is slime used for? Let me real quick check. I don't remember. So, oh, actually, I was actually in the right place for that. We can turn slime into photo oil. That could be good. That could be good. So we need a pit of polluted oxygen for these guys, and luckily we don't have that. Oh boy. Like, this guy could have solved a lot of our problems. Wrangle it, please. Priority 9. We need to make a special room for these... Oh, for these guys, I guess. Polluted oxygen. We have polluted oxygen anywhere. We have carbon dioxide everywhere, unfortunately. I guess we could just intentionally make a room for them somewhere in our nightmare labyrinth. Be great if we had a room near them. Maybe over here yeah, maybe we'll put it over here somewhere. Because that pufflet could potentially be our solution to energy independence. Since this seems like a temporary fix, honestly. Yeah, anyways, we'll put this back to just like 2 speed. If we ever get any, what is this stuff called? Dewdrip, we basically just need to do this forever and turn it into biodiesel. And then we need to put the biodiesel into this thing somehow. I don't know how that happens yet, but we'll figure it out. I think over here is going to be where the pufflets live. We'll just manually put bad water over here, just make polluted a tank of polluted oxygen. And then we'll put a sweeper in there, right? That could be a way to do it. And then we wouldn't need to worry about our people getting yuck lung, whatever it's called, yum lum. Whew, don't know. Anyways, I am completely frazzled. I've got to be honest. Like that, all the crap that's happened today has completely frazzled me. We've had like the fire alarm's gone off like 20 times until and I think we finally found the right one because once it was removed from the system, it was still going off, so it had to be that one triggering everything else. Who's one of our farmer? Who is our best farmer? Our best farmer now lives here. Okay, so Harold, you got anything else you could learn? You'd like to learn that, so yeah. But who is our absolute best farmer? Farming. We've got 8. We've got 10. Ari might be our best farmer. Yeah, Ari's our best farmer, so this is now where Ari lives. Yep. Anyways, sweep up everything in here, I guess. With like a priority 7. Speaking of which, how has Ari's stress been going? So he's fine, but now it's Max that's going crazy, so we need to rearrange our schedules again. So, you're going back to the default one, and Max is going down to that other new schedule where it's basically just a be a lazy guy schedule. If the massage table ever works again, I guess Max can use it. But I don't know if it ever will work again, if I'm being honest. Boy, I wish I'd known that Pufflet was coming. That could have solved a lot of our issues. Like, our batteries are surprisingly like have a lot of power, and I think they are going to keep us in the money for a little bit, but not forever. Like, they're slowly gonna run out, and like we do have a few auction diffusers, and I think they're all just gonna like auction not you know, like auction not included is going to be their end actually. I would love if I could get someone to run the auto sweeper, but whatever. So this thing doesn't seem to be like winning the heat war. And if we could just get this insulated stuff up, I think it'll start winning more. Maybe we need more of them too. Like, I don't know what the conversion ratio is on this. Let's see. Maybe we can put one over here. Yeah, let's put one over here. Farm tile. And then we'll put one of them over here. This is also a tier 9. All of this is tier 9. Everything in here is priority 9, honestly. Like, there's nothing in here that doesn't need to be done tomorrow, today, every day. There, 9. Like, we just need all of this done immediately. Or you're all doomed. Like, we're slowly getting the tank of our, the saltwater tank to come up here, I guess. Let's see, what else can we work on, honestly? Not a lot. What's wrong with this? Fertilization? We have so many of these guys, but they're not really doing their job because we don't trap them in, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll do it eventually, right? What's our problem? Who's suffocating? I mean, it's fine. Like, if you... I'm just waiting to hit 0 duplicates at this point. Fix this shower, please. No one ever pick up this bleach over here. There's so much stuff here. Bleach stone. Yeah, there we go. Bleach stone. Perfect. Sweep that up with a tier 9 order, thank you. We're slowly getting to the point where this is kind of working. Just barely, but kinda. Yep. All this is priority 9 too, honestly. Oh yeah, did we ever actually make Arya live over here? Yeah, you're assigned over here, good, because you're gonna be doing planting stuff, I assume. Arya earned a skill point, that's great. Improved tidying, I guess, because honestly, we could always use more tidying. There's never a point where we... So I think there's 3 key mistakes with this one right now. The first key mistake is that we've got this place spread out way more than we might necessarily need to. The second is that we just did not jump on biodiesel. We should have been doing that much earlier, I guess. Why has this critter not been wrangled? Just wrangle it, please. Anyways, as you can tell from the sound of my voice, I'm not enthusiastic with our chances of survival. I expect very little chance of survival, honestly. Waiting for material. Yeah, I'm sure we are. How long until this thing hits the end of its growth cycle? Are these tier 9? Yeah, they're all tier 9. But yeah, they're only 25%, and... What's this one's growth cycle? It's only 10% in. Yeah, we're probably not getting enough biodiesel by the time this is done. Like, they're all just going to be dead before we have biodiesel. We're starting to handle stress, but like, more people are getting more and more stressed. I don't know why, I don't care. I'm beyond caring. We're eating plenty of mimlet again too, so our food should be... Oh hey, it's actually going down a little bit. Interesting. Like, we should have so many of these mimlets that they're just going to be like, keeping everything nice and fertilized. Like, presumably eventually, like, we have so many of these mimlets, like there's so many of them. If we could just feed mimlets to something, that'd be amazing. How is our little guy over here doing, the pufflet? There isn't really any polluted oxygen for him to eat, which isn't great. Can he eat anything else? Aggressive critters, they excrete lumps of slime with each breath. Diet polluted oxygen, not really. He's not living his best life, unfortunately. Which is just how it is in this colony. No one's living their best life. It's absolutely the worst colony you could ever live in. Sweep please, 9. Sweep please, 9. Not gonna be a lot, but let's get some of that power generated just to see how much we can get generated. Bleach stone, sweep please. If we could just get that into here and just see how much we're producing. Do we need like, plumbing for this thing? No, actually, I think it's going to be manual. I have no idea how we're going to get that into this petroleum thing. Can it? How does this work? Convert petroleum, ethanol, or biodiesel into electrical power. Industrial machinery. Okay, so does it need to be put in by a pipe? Probably. Pipe. Yeah, it has to be put in by a pipe. And this, is this an out or an in? I think this is an in. Green is in, right? Green is in? No, green is output. Oh no. I almost messed things up there. I need that liquid pipe immediately deconstructed. So, we can just pump this straight into our engine, right? Yeah, because green is out. Yeah, there we go. And we can just pump it straight into here. And then we probably also need, power, right? Where is our power? Heavy watts? I think we're on to just basically only ever using heavy watts, so that's fine. All this is like tier 9 priority. We got a lot of tier 9s, and some of them aren't as tier 9-y as they might need to be, but yeah. This one's actually like super important, so if someone could do it, that'd be great. I don't know, we might actually bring this around and start producing enough biodiesel, but it's gonna take some time, I think. I guess we're just gonna like repeat this as many times as we can. Like, I don't know like what the proportion actually is. Like, do we need 100 plants, 10 plants? Could be either of those things, honestly. Alrighty. Get the bleach stone cleaned up, please. Just please, 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 just clean up the bleach stone. We don't really have a lot of briny ice and it's going down, but we do have a little, so hopefully it's enough to, like, reverse the carbon dioxide problem we've been having. Because this does run this, so that'll get something happening. There needs to be a way to get over to that, honestly. We kind of messed up here, so it is what it is. Just have a way to get over here. Priority 9, please. So you can just... Oh, you don't need to, like, jump and everything. Well, you will need to jump if you want to go over there, but yeah. Alrighty. This is getting done. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we could basically just, like, recreate this over and over again, which would be really nice. Let's see. How's the temperature going? It's still pretty cold here, but I think we're, like, handling it, maybe? I don't know. It's trying its best, but I don't think it's winning because we need more of these insulation blocks to, like, create a cold area. So yeah, there's that as a problem. Have we ever gotten anything done down here? I think I need to, like, deprioritize some stuff, or, like... This is now, like, all 8, I guess. This is 8. This is 8. This is 8, I guess. And then that right there will be 9. Because if we can just get some power up and let the oxygen start coming up, because, like, I'm kind of split on just letting them all die. Like, that's a good ending, right? Well, it's not a good ending for them, but it's a good ending for me. I'm just kind of gonna let this play out. If they can bring it around and make everything work, that's fine. If they can't, that's also fine. Like, I'm fine with either of these results. Either everyone suffocates or we get it done. I would really like everyone to not suffocate, but, like, if they have to suffocate, I'm okay with it. Go about your morning routines. So, auto is going down in stress. Let me real quick see who the, what's the schedule? So, Max is fine now, so get back. Who is the most stressed right now? Nails is now the most stressed, so Nails gets some time off. Why are you just standing here? Anyways, it'd be great if you could... Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And now if we can just get this built up and we can get the auction at least partially turned on, that would be amazing. Like, I'm not even asking for it to be fully turned on, I just want it partially turned on. Let me real quick check my power system. So, like, we could create a bridge here. No, we can't. We talked about that earlier, and it just wouldn't work. I don't know. Come on, just get the power on a little bit. A little bit of power, maybe? Well, Auto is doing good work right here, I guess. No one else is, as near as I can tell. Like, I have priority 9 on this, and they're all going off and doing other things, I think. Priority 9. Come on. There we go. At least 2 people are working on this now. Honestly, I don't care if you starve. If you starve, you got what you deserved. Alright, we're starting to mash things. That's perfect. This is a priority 9. I didn't realize this was going to be so manual. Hopefully it's a little better than the wheel. Speaking of which, maybe I could just make a wheel. Power. Wheel. Generate. Generate power. Here. Where else could one of these fit? Wow, this place is like packed. I've made such a nightmare. Here? I'll just like build some flooring for it. These are also priority 9, so if we could get this done, that'd be great. Priority 9, and then we just need to attach a little bit of power to it. Wires, like just to kickstart everything. But whatever, heavy wire. And then this one's basically already into that, so priority 9 on this. So maybe we can just like avoid auction doom. Why is this thing broken? Bustable liquid? Is that not what this thing makes? Oh no, it does not make that. Oh no. I need to turn how do I turn Brackeye into bustable liquid? Brackney. I actually need liquids, I guess. Brackney? Bracken? Whatever. How do I turn it into something that's useful? How do I turn it into something that's useful? How do I turn it into something that's useful, please? I don't understand. I thought the Brackine was turning into fuel somehow. Oh, jeez. Not seeing a way to turn it into fuel. Maybe I was wrong. I thought Brackine turned into fuel somehow, right? Am I wrong? How does that work? Liquid, gunk. There was like some way to turn it into fuel, right? Oh my god, this game's so complicated. Biodiesel. I can make biodiesel out of what do I make biodiesel out of though? I need photo oil, and photo oil is made. So photo oil plus bleach, but that's how. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think we're doomed. I'm pretty happy to let them be doomed. I think this episode's gonna go extra long, and we're just gonna watch this colony die. I've lost all control. I don't know anymore. My golden retriever does know though. Let's bring her on camera. Golden retriever girl. Oh, golden retriever. Oh, look at this mochi. Look at my little golden girl. She's like, I sense stress. Do you need a golden retriever? Yes, you always need a golden retriever when people are having a bad day. Yes, you do. Look at this proud little girl. Look at this girl. She is an American red field retriever. Also, she's a little bit poodle because she was a bit of an accident, but that's okay. We love her anyways, don't we? Don't we? We love you. So, yeah, anyways, breathability's down to 11%. Starvation's imminent. We don't have a good way to make fuel. Like, I think, if I do another series on this, which will be in a little bit because I'm kind of done with the series, we'll, like, make a huge priority out of getting fuel. Like, I've never really, I've never gotten so far into the game without finding a vent that produced something that turned into fuel. Alright, she's done with me. So it's actually kind of weird that I haven't. For me anyways, like the only thing I found is a cool coin vent, and that's nice but not useful. In fact, like there are a couple ways in the prehistoric, like there's this there's this thing up here, the lure plant. Apparently it produces amber whenever it eats certain things, and yeah, that could have been a thing. If we had more time and more planning, that Paku could have turned into a way to make fuel, but as is, it just didn't happen, and I'm okay with that. I'm just happy to let them all perish. Like, I don't know. I suppose, like, I could try to, like, salvage this with the generator. Because if I could just get the generator to run, like, maybe we'll try, I don't know. I'm swinging back and forth on what I want to do. This is either going to be the last episode, or it's going to be the first, I don't know. Let's just see what happens when we try to get some people on the wheels. Like, we're getting oxygen up again, which is really just moving carbon dioxide around, if we're being honest. Because we're not running these. Oh, that's broken, how nice. No one's fixing the things that are broken. Max gas pressure, no power, whatever. Yeah, this is the last episode of this. Maybe if I was a better player, I could bring this around. But I'm going to drop this save into my Google Drive, and I'll make this save downloadable. What I want you to do is, if you're a super great player, like, pull up, like, download the save, drop it into your game, and bring this around and make an actual good colony out of it. If you can do that, that'd be great. That'd be amazing, even. Alright, everyone, we're signing off for the last time with this colony. We didn't even get destroyed by an asteroid because we didn't make it that far. I just don't feel like waiting on people to die of suffocation, because that would take way, way too long. We're not going to succeed on this one, and that's largely my fault. A better player might have been able to pull this around, but I am not that player. Alright, everyone, see you on the next one. Bye.